busy Cobra, kicking ass and taking names. So I talked to my landlord and she said I wasn't evicted, that it was a term of lease. I said, you're basically kicking me out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not getting evicted. And I said, what's the difference? And she literally said, and I quote, well, if we were evicting you, we'd be kicking you out. I'm like, you basically are kicking me out, but it's whatever. But I am going to take the high road on this. Because I got a term of lease, they don't have to serve me papers. It's a legal loophole that realtors can use. 3 biggest reasons that I'm getting kicked out. 1, I smoke indoors. It got to the point where I'd smoke all the time indoors, then only on camera, and eventually it was going to be outdoors. That's why I got the ashtray for outside, sort of weaning myself into getting used to the habit. 2, it was spray painting the wands indoors. Apparently, like I said, one of my neighbors, I guess, got sick off the fumes and complained. Here's the kicker of it. You want to know some interesting piece of evidence? Ever since I started Cobra Craft handmade wands, I've never had a single complaint about me working on my wands. Keep in mind that my landlord has done inspections where she comes in, looks over at the bench and sees the paint can sitting there. All she would have had to do was ask, hey, what are those for? And I would have told her I use them for making my wands on Etsy, which I'll be listing a batch here soon. I gotta find my tape measure. The kicker of it, you know what I'm saying, she didn't ask, and I didn't find out about the painting the wands indoors complaint until I got my term of lease. A little fucked that they're doing this to somebody who has autism in the middle of a pandemic, who's been very consistent with paying their rent. You think in hard times they'd want someone, you know, like me. And I make decent money, dude. $750 to $1,000 a month just doing what I do best. I'm not gonna let it ruin my Halloween, that's for damn sure.
Snort.
There were a couple of apartments here in town that I could afford and are smoker friendly. Now, I didn't win the Powerball yet, but the next drawing is on Halloween, so I might go buy me a ticket. If I won the lottery, I would slap $1 million on my landlord's desk and ask her very politely if I could please stay in my apartment until I build my dream house. She might not, you know what I'm saying? That's not an immediate fallback plan, it's just one of those what if scenarios, you know? I mean, I'd be happy with 127 million, even after taxes. And that's the thing of it. That's the thing of it, YouTube. I'm choosing to take the high road on this. There's nothing I can do about it. That's the energy I'm putting out. It's either I'm gonna get an apartment of my own, or I'm gonna win the lottery. It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. Crazier things have happened, you know? And even though I'm getting kicked out of my apartment, am I still gonna vote? Abso-freaking-lutely. I do appreciate my landlord being patient with me for this long. Me and my dad are gonna come in here, clean the place spotless, and then we're gonna repaint it, and then we're gonna rip out the carpet. Me and my dad will be doing most of the repair work, so it'll take the edge off the final bill. Cleaning it and refurbishing it is gonna be a nightmare and a half. That's just inside. I know, that's the complaint. It's because of the toxic fume. Ever since I started Cobra Craft handmade wands, not one of my neighbors has ever even bothered to knock on the door and say, hey, could you not do that indoors? I didn't hear about the spray paint complaints until I got my term of lease. See, how am I supposed to know things if there's a lack of communication? That's what frustrates me about it, YouTube. Let's see. I am gonna have to charge a ton of money for that staff. I need the money.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
That summer blowout sale that I had, where I made like 2 staffs, you know what I'm saying? I made no profit off of that. Now, will Cobra Craft handmade wands continue? Abso-freaking-lutely. I love making wands. They turn out beautiful. I do appreciate the support from all my friends and family and my fans right now. You have no idea.
If I could get down on my hands and knees and say thank you and still be on camera, I would do it.
So because none of my neighbors have ever complained about it to me directly, part of me thinks that one of my trolls called my landlord and made a false complaint just to fuck with me. They do this kind of crap because they're losers. And you can't let that shit get to you, man. You really can't, dude. First come, first serve, man. That's all I'm saying. These wands are gonna sell like hotcakes. Boo fucking yeah. Look what I found. If you'd like to buy a wand from my shop, the link is in the description box of all my videos. Like, if I end up charging $334 for a staff, just know you're getting your money's worth, and you get a pimpin' staff and it's going towards me getting a new place. You know what I'm saying? You know what? If you want to unsubscribe, that's your choice. Or you can stick around because, you know, life's a journey. If I'm applying for an apartment and they say, have you ever been evicted from a previous place? I can honestly say, no. It depends on how you look at it, because it's like, I've been here for almost 10 years, very consistent with paying the rent on time, plus that they're kicking someone who has Asperger's out in the middle of a pandemic, you know? It is what it is. Like I said, no hard feelings, it's just one of those things, dude. The reason why I like using spray paint is because it stays contained in the container. I'm gonna have to clean up my apartment anyways. I've stopped smoking indoors. I mean, it doesn't matter now because I'm being kicked out regardless, but it seems I'm gonna have to clean it up, you know. Realistically, it won't take that long to load up my stuff. I just need a couple of those big plastic tubs, you know, and a bunch of boxes, you know. Preferably, I'd like to find a studio apartment that's close to downtown and easy on the rent. I didn't say I was getting kicked out because of the pandemic. Okay, maybe you need to clean out your ears. I'm not using autism as a crutch. A little fucked that they're doing this to somebody who has autism in the middle of a pandemic. You're not even my real dad, so you can go fuck yourself. That's what I hate about having autism. If you bring it up, it's always, oh, you're just using it as an excuse. That's always the fucking stereotype with having it, and it's whatever, dude. And I'm like, fuck that shit, dude.